So here we have a new 2025 Ford Bronco 4-door. This one comes in the Badlands trim level. We do get the Sasquatch package here. Velocity Blue Metallic is the paint, and then we have the black vinyl interior. The powertrain consists of the upgraded 2.7 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine, and that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now it's idling now, so as you come around to the front end here, we do get LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. Love the stance of the Sasquatch though, and I love just the overall look of the Badlands trim. Now down here, these wheels, these are 17-inch wheels, and then we do get the 35-inch tires. And again, I just love how that sits right there. But passive keyless entry on the front. Power door lock controls are there. Little storage in that side pocket. Headlamp controls, electronic parking brake. You pull to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Hood release. And then we do get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And there's a manual driver's seat. We do get two-way lumbar support as well, but we can adjust the seat bottom there, seat back there, and we can move the seat bottom forward and back by pulling up on that bar. But I really like these seats. And a huge thanks to Ford Lincoln of Franklin here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Bronco today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But seat back pockets on both sides, really good space here. I was able to adjust the seat to my driving position, so it helps just kind of how the seats are formed, if that makes sense. I'm able to sit up and it just makes sense. I don't know how they did it, but impressive space again. Now we do get one-touch up and down windows, again, all four doors, so we can adjust those from the back here. The AC vents are there, and then you do get two USB-C ports for charging, and then a 110-volt 3-prong household plug-in. So look at the front. Now this does have the sound deadening top, and I'll show you that on the window sticker if we can see through that tint, but I'm gonna test this out and see if it actually holds water, because the last few Broncos I've been in, loud, very loud. And the other thing that's funny is we have the soundproofing on the Bronco with the 35-inch tires, so will that really do anything? We'll see. We might not get as much wind noise, but what about the road noise? There's a look at the back end there, spare tire. There's the exhaust. Gonna open this up. And there's a look at the cargo space. Top tethers for the car seats are integrated on the back of the seats themselves. Storage throughout. We do get the LED lights on both sides, and then a 12-volt back there. And then you can lift up here, your jack and whatnot's there. A little additional storage too. But I love this Velocity Blue. It's absolutely my favorite color on these things. Now the lower anchors, I don't know where those are. There they are, right there. Literally hidden from view in the seats. But if you want to, pull this latch, and then you can actually fold these into the floor without having to do like you do in some of the more basic ones, where you have to pull this seat up and then fold that flat. So I like that. I wonder if we can recline this at all. Yeah, we have a little bit of recline there, not much. And there's the child lock directions. Now I'm gonna run you through the options here just so you can see that. The EcoBoost is $21.45, and then the 10-speed is $17.95. But yeah, the sound deadening headliner and the Sasquatch package. So this pushes the price on this $63,230. Highly recommend it though, because it has everything that you would want on one of these. Now to the front passenger seat, we can pump the seat up or down, adjust the seat back, seat bottom there as well. And then we do get a lockable glove compartment down below. I have that AC fan up high. But as we come back around to the front, quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2.7 liter twin turbo V6. And now let's test out the blinkers before we hop in. And I love that we get the LED tail lights here. I think the base doesn't have that. But hopping in the driver's seat, I think this is actual leather on the steering wheel. It feels fantastic. There's the horn. Now, quick run through of the radio. We do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. Navigation systems here to get the full setup. You do want to have your subscription. You can use all of that there. And then in your settings, go to general. We can adjust our language, temperature, measurement units, tire pressure, all of that. And then your vehicle settings, in here you have the rear occupant alert, set up your remote start, so on and so forth. And then your driver assistance is right in here. So we do get the lane keeping system, so you can turn that to alert aid or alert and aid, which I have it on now. You can adjust the parking sensors, driver alert, all of that. And then right side of the screen here, you always have this map up, which I really like. And you can kind of set it the way you'd want it. Up here, we do have 2 USB-C charge ports. And then we have the trail turn here, traction control. Sorry, I mean zoom in. Trail turn, traction control, hazards, rear differential lock, front differential lock. And then down here, auto stop toggle, volume knob, tune knob. We can go through the radio there. Dual zone automatic climate controls, and we can turn the whole system on or off with that button. 3-stage heated front seats, heated steering wheel there. And there's your backup camera. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then down below, I can get this open. You get a USB-C, USB-A duo. That actually runs to the radio. Get a wireless charging pad here. And then for the shifter, grab the lever, reverse, neutral, drive. Your manual mode's there, and you can manually shift with this button here, and you can see what gear you're in, the left side of the gauge cluster there. Now for the GOAT modes, use this. You can go through those. You have normal, snow, eco, and then you have your sand, mud ruts, Baja, and your rock crawl there. And then you have 4-wheel drive full on, so you can adjust all of that. Rear window lock there. Again, one touch up and down windows on all 4 doors. Power mirror controls are there. There's a look at the back from up here. You have all your auxiliary switches here. You have up to 6 different inputs if you want to put a light bar, winch, whatever on there. Lights here. Vanity mirror right there. And then we do have our windshield wiper controls for front and rear. Fluid there for the back. There's for the front. High beams are there. And then with the cruise, you can turn the cruise control on or off, set the speed, cancel, resume. Lane keeping system, toggle that on or off. Volume down, volume up. And then we have the track list and radio station presets we can go through. Bluetooth, voice recognition. And then this takes you to the main menu, and then when applicable, you can use the arrows, the OK, and the back button to go through that middle part of the gauge cluster and change all of that. So in the Bronco info, you have the seat belts, the gauges, tire pressure monitors, off-road status, all the fun stuff there. But I like to leave it on the fuel economy. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Bronco Badlands Sasquatch out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Bronco Badlands Sasquatch here, absolutely love just everything that the Sasquatch package includes. It really does for a few $1,000s make the difference between a stock Bronco and just having something that looks hardcore that actually is stock. The 35-inch tires are a big plus, and just again, the overall stance you get by having these bigger tires on here just makes a world of difference in my opinion. But then the optional sound deadening headliner with the hard top, so far it's doing a really good job at not making this thing overly loud. And then the optional 2.7 EcoBoost V6 is a nice touch as well. Just having that bigger engine to push this thing. But doing about 55 here, the noise is still coming through. Is it as bad as normal? Probably not, but the wind noise is still very noticeable. I don't feel like I'm in a wind tunnel with the doors off, but I was expecting a bit better, but honestly, it's a 63 grand Bronco. I really don't care if I'm in the market for something like this anyway. But I mean, it's not overly intrusive at this speed. We'll see getting on the interstate, but as of now, I mean, it sounds better than the last time I drove a Bronco, if I remember. Now the sound acoustics in here are actually pretty good. It's not too loud from the tires. Not hearing a lot of rattling. The only rattles I'm hearing is coming from my plate being up front. But for the most part, it's driving very nicely, relatively smoothly for this to be an off-road oriented vehicle. Now I will say I can feel the difference in the 2.7 versus the 2.3. The 2.7 just feels so much stronger than just the single turbo 4-cylinder compared to the twin turbo V6. Just a beefier feel all the way around. And just driving it slowly through town here, that's really where it shines, having the sound deadening headliner. But again, once you get up to speed, it really starts to lose its worth, if that makes sense. But again, if money's no object, highly recommended, just because the better the sound acoustics in here, the better, I suppose. But if you want that more off-road oriented feel, I mean, go with a soft top. That's just downright loud. But you feel like you're in a Jeep. You feel like you're in a typical Bronco. Now I'm gonna dial it into Eco just to see how it changes in terms of the overall driving capability. Now it definitely doesn't want to get up to speed as quickly, but I wouldn't call it like dangerous or anything. I like how it drives. Still feels relatively efficient. Again, it takes a bit more to get it going, but this is something you could probably use in the city if you did want to just limit your throttle response for whatever reason. was wondering what that squeaking was, but it was a car next to me, so it was not a random sound from the Bronco. But we're gonna get in normal mode, get it ready to get on the interstate here momentarily. All right, we're gonna slow it down and give it a good pull here. Here we go. Now, I do want to give one more thanks to Ford of Franklin for allowing me to review this Bronco today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I do think the sound deadening headliner, it's doing better than the typical hardtop, but still, me personally, unless if noise matters to you that much, you're probably in the wrong class anyway. But it does make a difference. It makes a noticeable difference. But if money is important to you, I just feel like what you get, how much you have to pay for it, might not be worth it. It just depends on your budget. But overall, love the Badlands trim, everything that comes with it. Love having the Sasquatch package, again, just to give it that more aggressive stance, bigger tires. And it's still a Bronco. It's fun with the EcoBoost, it's quick. And again, if you're in the market for something like this, no complaints about it, none at all. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Ford Bronco Badlands with the Sasquatch package.